Pastor Dr. Mrs. Julie your relationship coach on BR TV channel 102 on TSTV platform as I bring to you relationship and marriage solutions. See you there. Wow! I'm so excited. Do you know why I'm excited? I have two wonderful guests with me now. You know the guest? It's all about abuse in relationship. The man by my right-hand side is a pastor, Pastor Asemota of family life. You know, he shared with me that his mother was abused in her marriage. And you know what he did? He was the one that helped the mother to pack out of the marriage. I'm not saying you should pack out of your marriage, because God hates divorce. But when he's going into physical fighting and is going to take your life, you better run, as Pastor Asemota helped his mother to pack out of the father's house so that he will not lose his mother. Welcome to Family Matters with Pastor Dr. Mrs. Julie Onoviona. I hope everything is going right. Don't worry. God is here right now to answer every of your needs. As he did it for me, he's going to do it for you. With me is my friend, my pastor, Pastor Asemota.
Thank you, my sister.
You're welcome.
You are doing a great work.
Thank you very much. It's nice having you here.
Thank you.
And here I also have my very good friend by name Debbie Ekaite. Yes. She was once abused. She cried out, sought for help, and she got the help.
Right.
Are you in an abusive relationship?
Thank you.
You better speak out now before your life will go. Don't say you are faithing it though. Faith without action is zero.
That's right.
God hates divorce. It is true, but God did not say you people should be fighting yourselves. God did not say you should kill your fellow person. So here this moment we're going to be speaking on abuse in relationship. What exactly is abuse in relationship? At what point do you call a relationship abuse? Sister Ikati,
yes.
I know you went through it because you shared your story with me.
Right.
And how you were abused and you had to run for your dear life. Right. Can you tell us how it started so that people going through abuse also will learn something from it, and for the younger ones who are yet to go into marriage relationship, they can learn one or two lessons. You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate my friend and sister who has been a voice speaking for so many people that are under some, they are bewitched or intimidated, and they really don't know how to go about it. Thank God for this program. We appreciate you, ma. Actually, the signs are always there, even before the marriage really comes up. I remember when this person came, we were not yet married. But someone who came and saw that I had a bus to myself, and I said, oh, I had sewn it out to a church.
Oh, he saw that
I
had money.
Yes.
So he was interested in the money.
And he saw that there was a bus parked. But before he came, I had the mind of giving it out to a church for evangelism. And only for him to come, it's barely less than a month. Oh, where's the bus that you had? Where is it? I said I had sewn it out to a church even before you came. He said, for what reason? You know I'm going to marry you. I have a ministry. I have a church. Why did you do that? You have to. I can remember that fateful day. In every domestic violence. There's always a sign before the marriage. It's just that we push it behind us and say, oh, let us see how the relationship will thrive. And then he drove me close to a bush and was like, if you know this marriage has to hold, go back and withdraw that vehicle for his use. It was just for his own selfish
It means
reason.
the abuse even happened before the marriage.
That's what I was saying.
That was a sign.
Yeah. The signs
But
are
because you were
always there.
desperate, you ignored the sign.
Well, I overlooked. I thought, oh, I'll manage it.
Wow.
That was just by the way. And someone who was like a mother to me because I'd lost my mom was like, you mean you'll be thinking of what she has? Is it what she has that you should be looking at? Or what you can give to her to make a better, the best of her? Why do you think that it is what she has that you will be depending on? The sign was there, but I did not take cognizance. And there's no need, it's not healthy for you to manage any sign of what this, that will eventually lead to this domestic violence in relationships.
The viewers out there, especially the singles who are yet to go into married relationship, don't rush into it. Don't rush into marriage.
Or be desperate.
Yeah, or be desperate. The signs are always there. Like she told us, the signs, she saw the signs. But because of desperation, she just had to go into the relationship. And I want to believe you didn't go through counseling.
I did in those days, to be very candid. We would not expect certain things from someone, somebody like that.
And that's, what counseling does is to address every issue that will come up later in marriage. And so, if you don't go through counseling, I mean godly counseling from godly people, you may have yourself to blame. I also went through the same thing. I was desperate going to marry. My husband is here. It's true. Honey, it's true. Yes. I was desperate because I came from a very poor family and I just wanted to get out of the home. So I saw all the signs, red pepper. My husband was counting meat inside the pot for me. I saw all the red signs, but I just felt, no, I will manage. But those were the things that came up later in the marriage that almost destroyed the marriage. But for the mercy of God, God restored the marriage back. And that God is still here on the throne to restore everything you have lost into the marriage. And God is going to settle you completely in Jesus' name. But what we're saying is abuse in relationship can be avoided if we go through proper counseling.
For enlightenment.
For enlightenment, for you to know the counsel of God concerning marriage. Everything you need to know about marriage. When you go through that counseling, the issue of abuse will not be there. The issue of the domestic violence will not be there. Because the counseling will tell you the mind of God concerning marriage. In the first instance, it was God that instituted marriage, and he has constitution, which if everybody goes through that constitution, you read it, digest it, you will not have issues in your marriage. Even if you have, you know that it will definitely be resolved because God is involved. You will also know that God hates divorce. You will also know that he hates divorce, he hates separation. And we also, during counseling, you will also be told what can lead to separation and what can lead to divorce. So once all these things are in place, then there won't be anything like violence. Pastor, I just want to listen to that story of how your daddy, even as at then.
That was in 19. Around 78 or so.
Can you imagine?
Thank God
So that domestic violence had been on.
No, it has been on.
For
It has been on
ages.
for all through, right from
Yes,
time immemorial.
Yeah, time immemorial. And so this is the time. Shinashi's case is going to put an end
Amen.
to domestic violence in all over the world.
Amen.
In our marriages. So, Pastor, can you share the story?
No, the truth is that what domestic violence does to children, that's the way I look at it. Look, I was actually a child. It makes children to go into armed robbery.
Wow.
It makes children to become prostitutes. It makes children to begin, because see, the best gift any man can give to his child is to love their mother. And once the child see you abusing his mother, you have abused his life. He will never forgive you. Your child can forgive everyone, but a child can never forgive you. Even until the death of my father, my junior ones never forgive my dad. And I talked to them. They told me, listen, we don't know the type of mind you have, but you are just a different person. But for us, we will not forgive him. And until my dad died, they never took him in. They rejected me completely. And what was the problem?
Rejected him?
Completely. Even while in the same city, he will go to their house, they will open the door for him.
Oh my God.
And you know, those things bring about hatred. And if you are a man, you are here. Because when I was growing up, and mine, it was just the grace of God. If not that I received Christ at the age of 17, what I'm telling you happened, then I was just 16, 15 years old. When I had to help my mother to pack away from my father's house.
Wow.
And every time in the morning as a young child growing up, I will see my father beating my mother. I try to hold him. He will give me a left foot of fellowship. I will fall on the other side. So the truth is that abuse of mother in the house destroy the children. And those children cannot be married. They go. There are some children, you own a school, there are some children in class, they are not doing well. The reason why they are not doing well, ask them. They will tell you, my dad was beating my mom yesterday. So those things affect. The truth is that I'm a very, in fact, over the years, when I'm called into any family, they want to give their daughter out, I always warn the man, please, you can do anything. Don't beat. Now tell me, where will you beat your wife? Is it the breast you suck? Even you as a man, you know the only thing that man, because when men stop sucking breast when they die. They suck their mother's soul, they suck their wife's breast. So where are you going to beat your wife? Is it the stomach you used to carry pregnancy? Where are you beating? So the truth is that if you are actually beating your wife, you're actually beating yourself. It actually tells us, I always recommend those men, they are man, they should stay in the zoo, they should not be among men. So the truth is that, and even when you talk about counseling, you know, the truth, from your story, I found out that your husband should be even a minister.
He's a minister.
Now, why dare a minister? What do you minister?
Well, pastor, don't go into that.
No, the reason why I'm going to that because some of those pastors, I'm a pastor. I mean, I've been a pastor for close to 30 years. When I'm talking for the place of knowing. Now, we're talking about counseling. Is it not be the one that's supposed to be counseled? So why are you not the one counseling what you're supposed to be counseling?
We'll get back to that. We'll be right back. Hi, join me, Pastor Dr. Mrs. Julie Onoviona, your relationship coach, on BR TV channel 102 on TSTV platform as I bring to you relationship and marriage solutions. See you there. Welcome back to Family Matters. It's been so interesting. In fact, that story from Pastor Semota is so emotional. So emotional. You've heard it all. Men who beat their wives, you are beating yourself. And you know what? The one that pained me so much is the trauma that you live with your children. And like you rightly said, I'm a teacher. I know a lot of children in the school once their mates are, interacting. You just see them sit quietly because all over the night they didn't sleep because of what they saw. And like the video I shared some time ago, I said most of these children are already making up their minds not to go into marriage because they can't see any good exemplary lifestyle in us. They can't see it. They see you beat their mother. They see you say all kinds of things, use all kinds of harsh words on their mother. You heard it from Pastor Semota. He single-handedly, even as a child, packed the mother's luggages away from the home. Until the man died, he left, hatred in the hearts of the children that made the children not to even open their doors unto their father. What do you see? What?
Can I
Okay.
what he said? I witnessed one where a father was really violent on the on the wife, and the son was watching the father, hearing the father from up the stairs, how he was disgracing the mother, being violent on the mother. A boy of just 6 going to 7 years. I just heard this boy saying, "Mommy, give me knife, let me kill him.
Jesus.
Let me kill him. Mommy, give me knife, let me kill him. Let me kill him." I said, wow. Can you imagine such an incident? That boy all life through will never get out of that trauma except he has an encounter with God.
Sorry, it's only Jesus. That's my stand. And that's what, you see, whatever I'm doing today is my drive. Now, I want to tell you this. A lot of men don't know why they are suffering. You see, when you see the introduction, when you hear that women went to do omugo, you find a lot of men die young.
Yes.
Why? The reason is that children always grow to adult and seek revenge. Why? How does it happen? You see a man, after training your children don't remember you. They see themselves and their mother as a victim of your misbehavior. So when they get to that age, when you think you are retired, you're even surprised when the children come home. They spend more time
with
in their mother's room, and you'll be wondering what are they talking about. When you used to bully them and you don't build friendship. Now their mother is doing omogo in Japan. Tomorrow is in London. Next week you talk to Obada. Only you guys are home. You'll be wondering. So the truth is that we must know this. It's not women siding their children. You say women don't take their children and their mama they follow. It's not true.
It's to build relationship.
Yes, build relationship.
Yes, and especially these days now, there are fathers who don't ever stay at home. They pretend to be busy. Although they make provisions at home, but they are never present
for the children.
Provision is not relationship.
It's not relationship.
You are just like an ATM card.
That is it.
And nothing happens. But if you don't build relationship, you'll be shocked that when their mother, they take their mother from you. And many men, they are not divorced, they are practicing avoid.
Exactly.
They are no longer, their wife is not around, it's in Tokyo, come from there. In 8 months, you'll be outside the country. When you see the woman, you are alone. When you see the woman, you look like 316, and you are looking, and before you know, you give up the ghost. So please, if you don't want to die early as a man, hold your family together. And your wife is the one. I have one of my mother's brother. Very stubborn man. I went to those days used to be when you see your wife be shouting. He now told me that there's a land he saw he want to buy. So the children are now abroad. So he started talking. I look at it. I remember how I used to do. I told him, I said, he said, do you know that my wife, when I'll be talking, my wife will just be looking, he will not say anything with the children, and be giving them money to go and buy. I said, brother, humble yourself. I said, you know your problem. I said, see.
Ego.
I say, you know your problem. Talk to their mother. I say, you know why? You cannot talk to those children. If you shout that, it not will work. Talk to their mother so that you can bring all of them together. You will build that house. Do you know that was what he did? He now told me that, he never knew that this thing can work. So please, let's not rob ourselves. Both the wife, and the funny thing, I don't know why you are abusing your wife. Your wife answer your name. Both the wife, the children,
in fact, she dropped her father's name to take you. So
why are you like that?
And Pastor, I think we need to also emphasize this, that the women are not struggling headship with anybody.
With their spouse.
We all know that husbands are heads of the home. But then the woman should be given a voice. We should have respect for our wives. Because when you see your wife as a friend, you see your wife as your lover, you won't want to hurt her.
Some men are afraid. You know what? The truth of it is that a lot of men, we need to do things to train our men. And our women too should train our men, because these men are giving birth to boys.
To boys.
So you should train your boys about value. Do you know some men are afraid of their wife? Every day I pray that God should bless my wife. No, they are afraid. They believe that, oh, when the woman, I've heard from men that when the woman make it, I said, for what?
They feel threatened.
They feel threatened. Why should you be afraid?
Even if the woman makes it, the glory goes back to the husband.
The man doesn't see it that way. He sees it as, okay, the woman will now have liberty. If you talk, you should not be afraid. No, those things, you see, a person that trained a child had a lot of input in that child. For example, if not Christ, I would have improved on my father, because that was my training. I would have thought that beating a woman is one of the, because it's a way of life. So the truth is that the information we receive, those will stay around, what to become of those things has a lot of things to do.
Wow. I hope we are all learning something. The woman and the man. We need to learn something. Back to you, ma'am. I remember you told me some time ago how you went through violence and the domestic violence. How were you able to come out of it?
Okay. It was getting out of hand. I was just privileged to have some nice people around me.
So which means you spoke out? I spoke out.
Else I would have, in fact, my life would have gone for it. Osinachi, by the way. Okay, even with what you are saying, some of this violence too, there comes a time you get to know or discover some negative things which the person was holding back from you. And when you get to know, you feel so bad. Barely 2 weeks after the marriage, okay, if my father gave me a gift of a lock-up shop in one of the areas in Abuja, and then you now feel that because it was a gift given to me by my father, that means automatically you have right to it. And then you were always, every night. It's not until the man beats you or the man, bullies you, waking you up every night. You are waking up with fear. Where are the papers of the properties? That's enough emotional pain. That's enough trauma, mental. That is, you're already
was the
so
man
bewitched.
working? Was he doing something?
Sincerely, just like the Bible says, Luke said he was into the work of God. But he still was a medical practitioner.
But he was not practicing.
This person had nothing practicing. So
which means he was a pastor, he was not, he was just
full-time pastoral work. So every night as you are going to sleep, you don't know how that person is going to wake you up. Where are the papers? If you don't give me the papers, I will deal with you. You can imagine the fear, intimidation, bewitchment. Without you falling ill, you're already drying up. And it's worse than cancer. And that went on over years. Jesus. All the documents, your certificates, this person told you have to hand them over to him. And it was with him for decades. For years.
This is where a woman
and that's should
know her rights.
And
most of us women don't know our rights. We believe that as women, once you get married, that is all.
You should cover.
You should just submit everything. I'm not saying you should not, because the Bible says we should submit.
Yeah.
But submission doesn't mean you should become foolish. Right, Pastor?
The truth of it, let me tell you, the truth of it is that, you see, actually, What other things will a woman submit that he have not submitted?
Submitted, exactly.
Now, for example, you marry somebody, he change her name to your name.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to ask of that land.
That document.
Because at the end of the day,
it belongs to the two of you.
They have the safe. It's already in the safe.
Exactly.
And somebody have changed her name to your name. Is it
Who
the land?
choose to live with
Exactly.
you for all her
Now,
life?
the truth of it is, that's what I'm talking about. See, I was telling them yesterday, on Saturday, I say, God said, he that does not walk, let him not
Will
eat.
not eat.
Now listen, I said, some of them, God said, go to work. They think that God said, work for me. I said, no. God did not say work. He said, go to work. No. So they now thought,
are you hearing?
They now thought that it was God calling them. God does not call a lazy man.
God does not call a lazy man.
A lazy man call himself. I say, God actually told him, go and walk. That's what God said.
So pastors, please, if you know you are not working, go and
walk. That's what God said.
Yes, because God said,
go he that does not walk
should not
for a lazy man. So if God said, go and walk, he did not say, come and walk for me. Walking for God is, look at Peter. Peter came and Jesus used the boat. Take Peter, launch it to the deep. He did not say, Peter, by now I'm going to fill your boat with sheep. No. God is not a lazy person.
God is not a lazy person.
It's Peter said, now cast. Why would Jesus ask Peter to cast his net into? He would have just called the fish right now. Come into the boat and they start jumping.
Please, for those of us that goes to the mountain 20 times in a week, please go and walk.
You don't need to climb the mountain. Just stay here and let the mountain come down. Julie can help you reduce it. Do something with your life. You know one thing about life? Listen, you want thing about life that if you don't do something with life, life will do something with you. The reason why he was after the sleep because he doesn't have. He feels that marrying her was an achievement.
Achievement to grab and grab and grab. At the end of the day, it didn't work. Where I'm going is this. As a woman, women should know that marriage is not just the reason why God created you. No. It's one of those reasons why you are created. You are created to fulfill purpose. So if you are in a marriage, if you are in an abusive marriage, where the man just wants to, please speak out so that you don't die inside that marriage. Though God hates divorce, but if you are in an abusive marriage and it's going to take your life,
no, you see, God hates divorce. God hates abuse.
Abuse. God hates abuse.
God hates abuse. God did not say marry. He did not say thou shalt marry your partner and shall use as a punching bag. That's not. No, if your husband is a punching, please leave. Leave that place. And if you leave, it's better for you to stay alive than to marry. Marriage is not by force. It's not.
Besides, there's no marriage in heaven.
Yeah, there's not. So if you are going to stay here, be separated. When the person head not correct and you go for mental check and find out that it's okay, then you cannot come back. When you know you are married to that God, God is not giving you a madman.
The speaking out was at the junction of where it was like something came up. There was immoral abuse in the relationship from his own side, and it was like, wow, so this thing is true. It was like that was when it dawned on me that what are my properties doing, my papers doing with this person. I broke into where it was and I had to withdraw them, and that was where hell was let loose. You pack those things. If you don't give them to me, I'll kill you. Jesus. I'll kill you. Threat of life was coming in, and someone was like, I wouldn't have known how to go about it. So the society has to be enlightened. I did not know that there was somewhere called the legal aid. If I have to go to the courts, probably my life will have even gone before finishing at the courts. But I was enlightened through a neighbor, someone in the neighborhood who was like, come, Women Commission they have the legal aid. Cohabitation is no more. Is inevitable. You just, first of all, even if you're going to part or you're going to go to the court, first of all,
thank you very much.
Thank you,
Debbie Ekaite and Pastor Asemota. It's been so interesting. The time is fast spent. We're coming back because we have to do justice to this matter. So if you are in any abusive marriage, please speak out. You heard it from my friend here. She knew that there was a place called Legal Aid, and she ran there. And because she ran there, that's why she's alive to share her story today. So please, if Osinachi has spoken out, May her soul rest in peace. She will still be alive to continue her ministry. Please don't die in that situation. Speak out. On this note, we're rounding up. Keep on watching Family Matters every Saturday and Sunday, 8 p.m. on TRTV, TSTV. God bless you. I remain Pastor Dr. Mrs. Julie Unoviona, and thank you, Mr. Ikaiti.
Thank you.
And my pastor. God bless you. You are not going. We are coming back for the second part. For those pastors who beat their wives and who have refused
To walk.
Don't be a lazy pastor. God bless you. Hi, join me, Pastor Dr. Mrs. Julie Onoviona, your relationship coach, on BRTV channel 102 on TSTV platform as I bring to you relationship and marriage solutions. See you there.